Hey, Good Sam, this is Pastor Jed. It was great to be back with you on Sunday. We continued the series on forgiveness. On Sunday, I introduced you to a backpack. I think we all carry backpacks like this. Initially, they start off with our hopes and our dreams and our expectations of how life can be. Unfortunately, because we're in a relationship, and relationships are messy, we make a mess out of them. We hurt people and people hurt us. It's called sin, and those sins have consequences. When people sin against us, it's like they reach into our backpack and they take our hopes and our dreams. They take the things that we think our life will become, and they remove them and they give us other things like stones. Sometimes these are little sins, little hurts, little weights that we carry. They're put in our backpack. Sometimes they're a little bit bigger. They have bigger consequences. We carry more weight. Sometimes they're really large weights that we carry. And then sometimes we just get these, it really is heavy, these huge burdens that just weigh us down. They get put into our backpack. On Sunday, I was reminding you that when we carry weight, it changes the way that we live. It changes the way that we express ourselves. It changes the way that we move through our life. God knows this. God knows what it's like for us to live with weight. We know what it's like to live with weight. This is exactly why Jesus came. Jesus came to forgive us of our sins, to remove the weight that we could not carry. He came to give us a clean start, a fresh start, a new beginning. We were talking about forgiveness, and on Sunday we were talking about how we are to forgive others. We looked at Matthew 18. In this passage, Peter is talking to Jesus, and he's in the context of his discipleship group. Peter's looking around. He's looking at these brothers who he knows, who he's lived with, these guys who are driving him crazy. And he asks Jesus, how many times do I have to forgive these knuckleheads? He wonders if Jesus is going to say, forgive them 7 times, but we know that Jesus says, forgive them 7 times 7 or 70 times 7. That's a lot. It's either 49 or 490. Peter is blown away with this. What Jesus is actually saying is forgive, 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 forgive. We are to forgive others because God has forgiven us. We are to continue to forgive others because God continues to forgive us. On Sunday, we were reminded that when we forgive people, it's not the same as condoning. It's not the same as saying that sin was okay. It's not the same as just lowering our barriers. It doesn't mean that we just stay up in an abusive situation. Forgiving, actually, it means that we're loving ourselves, but we're not allowing the sins of others to control us, to weigh us down. When we forgive people, and the Greek word literally means to let go, to dismiss. It's like taking an IOU and ripping it up. When we forgive people, we are able to take the weight that they have given us. We are able to take it out of our backpack, and we are able to live a lighter, freer life. And with that extra space, we can invest in the things that God has called on us to invest in. We can invest in life. We can invest in love. We can invest in the relationships that God has called us to. We're reminded that we are called to forgive. But forgiveness is first a gift that we give to ourselves. And then as we begin to live as forgiven people, we are able to demonstrate who God is and what God has done. It's a huge conversation, and we're just scratching the surface. And so I'm looking forward to connecting with you next week as we continue our series in forgiveness. Blessings.